Can you still see my face?
I'm not looking at it right now.
Okay.
Hello guys. We are on the air right now, and today we are doing Blue Jays postgame recap number 12 with Cooper and Judah. So the Blue Jays won 2-1 against the Boston Red Sox. The Beamtown Bombers. Yeah, I fucked that one up. So our first topic of discussion would be the Blue Jays starting pitcher today, Chase Anderson. I'll let you give your opinion first, Judah.
I was pretty impressed. Obviously, he didn't let up too many runs, and I was pretty impressed. I think he showed a good outing, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do in the future, but I really liked what he did today. I think all the pitchers were good today.
So my opinion is a little bit biased in a way, because I didn't really get to watch Chase Anderson pitch, guys. I know I'm very bad for doing that. I should have been watching. Oh, only got one person in the stream. Great. So he only pitched 3 innings, which is kind of disappointing. He didn't get to pitch that much, and I think Charlie was a little bit soft and he was a little bit too much of a teddy bear. Hey, Gracie. So Charlie should have let him pitch a lot more. He needs to start letting his pitchers loose a lot more. He's going to wear down the bullpen. He's in this game. Anthony Kay pitched more innings than their starter, which is laughable. Which brings me into my next topic. I think Anthony Kay deserves a spot in the rotation. Do you agree with that?
I don't think you can base it off one outing, but if he keeps it up, yeah, I think he does deserve it, and I think he would be a good addition to the roster.
You mean a good addition to the rotation?
The starting rotation, yeah.
Yeah, because I think he's been really good in all of his appearances, and I don't like seeing him as a reliever because he deserves to be a lot more than that, especially because he's the return chip for Marcus Stroman, my favorite pitcher.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Kay pitched really well. He had 3 strikeouts over 3 innings, which is 1 strikeout per inning. But he only had 2 hits, no runs, no walks. Let's talk about something else. I think our offense has been stalling way too much. They've left how many runners on base? 18 runners on base today.
Well,
I think our offense can't score in clutch situations on a prostitute. That's a better offense to be.
Well, Schulman mentioned it at the end of the game. The Blue Jays were crushing balls. We were just getting unlucky. Nothing was going in the gap. And yeah, I was looking like Bichelle was ripping, Teoscar was ripping, everyone was ripping balls. It was just we were getting unlucky. Like Pilar made a nice catch where it looked like he almost killed himself running into the wall.
Yeah.
But I think we were just getting unlucky, and I understand why it happened. It shouldn't happen again, but I understand why it happened.
Speaking of that catch, I was watching that with my grandmother. Was at my grandparents' house today, as I told Judah on the phone earlier. And my grandmother, she was guaranteeing that he was injured. When I don't think he was injured because Kevin Pillar made so many more dangerous catches
stayed in the game
with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he stayed in the game too, so he wasn't injured.
Yeah, I knew it because Kevin Pillar is an Iron Man. He's like the Cal Ripken Jr. of the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you feel when our good friend Charlie Montoya decided to bring Wilmer Fontaine?
I was pretty annoyed. Even though he didn't let up a run, he pitched not very well. He walked the first batter, which he never wanted to walk the leadoff batter in an inning. It's one of the worst things you could do as a pitcher. And I feel like if he would have been left in the game, which was a smart decision not to do it, not to leave him in. I think he definitely would have let it run, and he just keeps disappointing me every single time he go out, and I have lower and lower expectations for him every time he goes out.
Yeah, but at least he's kind of improving.
Kind of, yeah.
So you got your roasting in, you got your anxiety out, and everything.
Yeah, I got my anxiety out during the game just watching him.
So do you believe there should be a rule about a certain time before the game there should not be roster moves made to prevent the Jacob Wagaspak scenario from playing out again, as we talked about in our past live stream?
Yeah, 100%. I think about an hour, maybe 45 minutes before the game, you can't make any more roster changes unless there's a serious injury that happens, which is very unlikely. 45 minutes before a game, because stuff like that can happen again. It's too much of a long delay.
No, I don't even think that an injury should be an excuse for that. I think that if it's less than an hour before a game, the team should just be able to suck it up. I know I'm being rude to my team, but fair is fair, and it's not right for the umpire's sake to have to switch up their entire lineup card and waste paper and waste their time. It should just be a rule now.
Yeah, and it delays the game, which is another downside of it.
Yeah, and it delays Manfred's stupid pace of play stuff.
Yeah.
Manfred is such a stooge. A stooge.
I hate Manfred, dude.
See, I'm doing the McAfee impression. You gonna start having a little fun now?
I love McAfee. Oh my god.
If you guys don't know, my co-host is a massive Pat McAfee fan, as am I. So next topic is we already talked about that. Talked about that. So, are you worried for the upcoming Miami Marlins series, which is going to be their home opener?
In what sense worried? Like worried if they're going to lose, or worried about?
In terms of losing.
I don't know. I feel like the Marlins are getting a little lucky with all these wins right now. Yeah, they are playing well as a team, but I don't know. I feel like their hot streak's going to end.
Yeah,
so I'm not really
I think
worried.
it's all because of good coaching and good management, because they're actually a fairly ran team. They have they have the greatest shortstop of all time running their team. I know it's a hot take right there. They also have an amazing manager, Don Mattingly, who my father absolutely loves. What did you just put in your mouth?
Nothing.
Okay, you're about to suck on your cable. Are you trying to suicide or something?
No.
But speaking of Marlins, they did lose today, so now they're 7-2, and they're still leading the NL East, which is looking weaker and weaker by the day, because the World Series champions are last in that division.
Wow.
I know, surprising. And the New York Mets are fourth in that division. And we already talked about the former New York Met. Wilmer Font, a former New York Met, and Judith's favorite player. What else? Did I miss anything about the game that you want to talk about?
No, I'll just say that I thought the pitching was really solid, and it was a big upgrade with Bass and Romano just coming in there and Kay just really shutting it down. Yeah, I'm impressed, and I hope I can see more of that in the future. Yeah.
I wish there was still a minor league this season, because I think that Vladdy might need to get sent down. I think
we should put him into shape a little bit.
No, I'm talking about mentally in shape, because...
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't
I think
right.
I think he's getting a little too ahead of himself.
No, I think he just needs to calm down and just take a few days off.
Yeah.
By going down, or a little while off, and just go down minors and relax. He still has options, so might be a good idea. I know he has an amazing bat, but he just can't make contact.
No, he's getting too aggressive, and I think he's getting too full of himself too, thinking he's the best player, and I think it's really starting to affect his game.
Yeah.
It's something I don't like to see in a rookie at all.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh, we didn't do the Luis Rivera roast yet. So
I
Luis
think we'll
Rivera,
leave this one to you. We'll leave this one to you.
what the fuck is wrong with your eyes? I think you're getting way too over aggressive. You did 2 straight games where you sent runners in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to third yesterday for a triple where he was gonna get caught no matter what. And then today you've got Travis Shaw caught by a friggin' mile. What the frig is wrong with your eyes? Get some glasses. Get your brain checked. Go take a friggin' break with your friggin' family.
Do you think Travis Shaw's Billy Hamilton, for God's sake? Come on.
Oh, you know Billy Hamilton's a member of the New York Mets, everyone. Sorry, I just love doing that accent. I'm sorry, I know it. I'm terrible doing accents. You can all roast me in the comments. How many people do we have? Still one person. I swear, our streams are. I think we're the most underrated YouTubers ever.
Also, there's always one person in the chat, and they just never talk. I don't know why.
Maybe it's just like showing that we're streaming, because I think there's always supposed to be one person in there.
No, because I remember I used to stream on YouTube instead of Twitch, and I used to have 0 viewers, like, sometimes. So it's actually a real person.
So whoever the real person is, please write in the chat. I want to know who you are. I want to hear your opinion. You can be on our podcast even, because I'm open to have as many people as I want. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
So please.
Please type in chat.
So should we get into the NBA part, which is probably going to get called as a hot take. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So as you guys know, the NBA award finalists were announced today, and we're gonna start off. Actually, we're not gonna start off with MVP, because I'll save that for last. I know I'm clickbaiting
you guys a little
bit, but we're gonna
defensive
start off
player.
What?
Defensive player of the year. Want to start with a rookie?
We're gonna start off with coach of the year. Actually, we're gonna start off at the bottom. So this is actually the one I'm most excited for. So this is the only one that we have a Raptor for, I believe, which I don't like. So coach of the year candidates are Mike Budenholzer, who coaches the Milwaukee Bucks, Billy Donovan, who coaches the OKC Thunder. He's done a great job with OKC. Oh, your camera went off. That's back on. And Nick Nurse of the Toronto Raptors. I know who I want to win, but I'm going to let you pick.
Well, personally, I think that I want Nick Nurse to win it, hopefully, but I think if anyone deserves it, it's Billy Donovan, just because he's taken a really, not a very good team and a very, not a very good, well-rounded team and made them into a solid team, and I think he deserves it the most. Yeah. I think Nick Nurse got it last year, and he definitely deserved it, but I think Billy Donovan deserves it this year.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that. I think if there's someone who I'm happy that wasn't on the ballot for this, that'd be Frank Vogel. Because Laker fans are overhyping this guy to shit.
I hate him.
I've seen these Laker fans, they're literally just saying, Frank Vogel's the greatest coach of all time. Frank Vogel's
He's not good at all.
A better coach than friggin' Phil Jackson. These guys are a bunch of crackheads. But besides that, Budenholzer's a great coach, but he has a great team. So when you have a great team, there's not much coaching to do. You have
that's why I think Billy Donovan really does deserve it.
We'll get into that later. So I want to give it to Nick Nurse really, really bad, but I'm gonna give it to Billy Donovan.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I was originally gonna go with Nick, but from hearing your side and from thinking a little bit longer, I'm gonna give it to Billy. Now
Yeah.
we're going to talk about most improved player. So this is one that Spicy P should 100% be in because he improved even more than last year.
Yeah, that's a snub.
I would also maybe put OG in the running. Maybe even Freddy.
Yeah.
OG, if
I
you guys
think a
don't know,
lot of.
I'm
I
a
think of this.
huge friggin' fan of. OG is my favorite player. I call him Kawhi Jr. But the real candidates are Bam Adebayo, Luka Doncic, who should not be in that running because he should be an MVP.
Not at all. I don't know why he's in there.
It's just the media getting big dicks over that.
Yeah.
And also Brandon Ingram. So
Yeah.
I'll let you say your pick, and I'll say mine after.
Well, as we just said, I don't think it should be Luka Doncic, and I would probably give it to Bam Adebayo just because he's, the guy's put on some muscle, and I just think he's, really a solid, well-rounded player. Brandon Ingram, I think, is deservable of it. Just that's why he is in the running. I like his game, but I think he needs to maybe have a little more defense. But I think Bam Adebayo has a more well-rounded game. But if it went to Ingram, I wouldn't be upset about it.
So as you were just talking about Brandon Ingram, that's exactly what I was going to give it to. I've been wanting to see him win Most Improved for the entire year because from seeing how he's been playing with New Orleans, he's been amazing. When I was just expecting the Zion show and for Lonzo, who I love his passing, and I love his family. Not idiots, but Brandon Ingram, he's a great player. He turned into a superstar this season. I believe he's an all-star. Yeah?
Yeah, he is.
And he's definitely deserving of it. But now we're going to get into Sixth Man of the Year. The award where there is not one, but two LA Clippers in the running.
Yep.
And it's definitely a snub or two in there. Who's the Raps Sixth Man?
Probably
the entire bench?
Norman Powell. Yeah, I would give it to Powell.
Yeah, but he's definitely a snub. But since we only have these players to go by, do you want to give yours first, or should I give mine?
I'll go, and then you can do the next one first. Personally, I think the person on this who should win it is I wouldn't give it to Lou Williams. I'd probably give it to Schroeder. Just because, like I said, he's not on the best team. The Clippers are a very good team, except they don't play too well together. But I would give it to Schroeder just because, he's a smaller guy. He's been doing his job great. He's fast. He can shoot. He could pass. He plays solid defense. And I just think he comes off the bench and really has a good presence on the court. And I just really like watching him play. I've always liked him. And, yeah, I think he's deserving to win it. But if I had to give it to someone else, it'll be Harrell. But I think Schroeder should win it.
So I definitely think that Dennis Schroeder is a great player. He is a great guard. He was great in Atlanta. I think Lou Williams is by far the greatest sixth man of all time. Former Raptor, even though he shat on the Raptors a little bit. But I'm not going to hold that against him. He's a great player. He's on one of my least favorite teams. Both LA teams I hate. But let's put that behind me, and I'm going to not be biased. I'm going to give it to Lou Williams because he's the greatest sixth man of all time.
Yeah, I think he is the greatest sixth man of all time. I just think this year that Schroeder is maybe deservable of it.
Yeah, he probably will win because I think the NBA is probably sick of giving it to Lou every year.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how good that the bench is there in LA for the Clippers, not the Lakers, guys.
But the Clippers, they just can't play together.
You're talking about the Clippers or the Lakers?
The Clippers, they're have the best players in the league. They just can't do anything.
Yeah, because they barely played together in the regular season.
Yeah.
Because they're constantly doing the whole Kawhi and PG load management. If you want to do load management properly, hire our former coach, our coach. What's his name? What's his name? Mackenzie McKinney.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna remember in like a.
Egg and cheese McGriddle.
No, it's not.
I'm kidding.
So our next award is an award where there's a lot of people thinking that there's a certain player that should deserve it, even though they didn't play that much this season. It is Rookie of the Year. It was a very overhyped player, but I don't know if you're going to go with this guy. But it's Rookie of the Year, and the candidates are John Morant, Kendrick Nunn, and Zion Williamson. And the snubs that we have are, I would definitely put as a snub Terrence Davis. He is an amazing guard for the Raptors. I know I've named a lot of Raptors. You guys are lucky I'm not naming Matty Ice. I was so close to naming Matt Thomas as a snub for Rookie of the Year. I love Matt Thomas. I love shooters that can just nail threes. That's why I love JJ Redick. I believe Matt Thomas is the next JJ Redick, but TD is definitely a candidate for Rookie of the Year. He should be, but I'm going to give Rookie of the Year to John Morant. He's a great rookie. He's definitely leading the Grizzlies far into the playoffs after having a terrible season last year, and he's probably their next star point guard. He's the next Mike Conley out there in Memphis, and him and Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J are going to be a great duo for years to come. Now, who's your Rookie of the Year?
My Rookie of the Year, I have to agree with you, is John Morant. Just because he's really carrying a team, and when a rookie can really carry a team, it shows how really good they are. Zion Williamson is obviously a great player, but I just don't think he's really carrying the team like John Morant is. Kendrick Nunn, also a solid player, also not carrying the team. And, Miami Heat's a hard team to carry, but I do like Kendrick Nunn. But John Morant just overall, he can pass, he can shoot, he can play defense. He can dunk on people like crazy. John Morant is, I think, very deserving of it, and I think he is going to win it.
Yep. So we have consensus on that. So our next one is Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
And our candidates are Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I probably pronounced his name wrong. We have Anthony Davis, a LeBron teammate. And I don't like LeBron. We have the Corona man himself, Rudy Gobert. And our I have a couple of sleepers that should have been in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. First one I have would be Russell Westbrook. I know this is controversial, but he is a great defender. He's basically like a pirate when it comes to stealing the ball from people. Do you know how pirates steal people's booty? They steal money from people. Russell Westbrook steals the ball from people. And just thinking of that, he played center for most of their season. I think that deserves Defensive Player of the Year because he's the best defender on that terrible defensive team out there in Houston. But I'm gonna let you give Defensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna let you name name the player. Who are you giving it to?
I'll probably give it to Anthony Davis, just because Anthony Davis, Mr. Davis. I would give it to him just because he's such a big guy. He's a solid player. It's really hard to get past him. Yeah, Rudy Gobert is a good big guy, and Antetokounmpo has muscles for days. But I just think Davis is well-rounded. He plays defense. He also plays offense, but his defense is what he really shows for. His unibrow, strikes fear in people's heart, and people don't want to go near the disgusting thing. So people just back off. But yeah, I think he's very deserving of it, and I hope he wins it. But if they give it to another one, I just hope they don't give it to Gobert. I don't think he's very deserving of it.
So I am a little bit undecided on this because I want to give it to Westbrook.
Yeah, this is the one I'm undecided on. If Westbrook is in the running, I might give it to him.
Which he's not. So I think we're gonna come back.
I don't know why he's just not.
We're gonna come back to me on Defensive Player of the Year because I have no clue who I'm gonna give it to. And for our next award is the most prestigious of them all, the MVP.
Okay.
So we have 3 players that are kind of overrated in a way. We have Giannis, the Greek Freak, the playoff choker against the Raptors. And yes, I did just say that because he did choke. And then we have LeBron James. LeBron likes to choke a lot too. And we also have James Harden who choked against the Warriors. So, do you want to give your candidate, or I'm going to give some snubs. So a first snub would be possibly Anthony Davis. He could have won MVP.
Sure.
Pascal Siakam. He definitely could have won.
Yep.
I know that's me being a biased Raptor fan. I dare you guys. Say it in the comments. Say I'm a biased Raptor fan. I dare all of you. Still one viewer. So who's another player that could have won? Damian Lillard. There's another one. Game time, baby. Emad, Dame time, Popel. Hey.
Yep.
Sorry,
if I would give a snub, it maybe would be. If I'd be a snub, it would probably be. I don't know. I don't know if he's a snub. I don't know if he's really deserving of it yet. Maybe Luka Doncic, but.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Luka, I would definitely put him as a snub. Because Luka carried the Dallas Mavericks.
And this one is a very underrated Steven Adams. Steven Adams.
Wouldn't there be more of CP3 if you're going to give it to an OKC player? By the way, shout out to my friend
kidding. I don't
Daniel,
think anyone on the OKC is deserving of it.
Who was on Sports Talk VSS with me. I know you're an OKC fan. You should be very happy with this. We are naming a lot of OKC players. I hope you are very happy if you're out there.
Wait, you're on Sport Talk at VSS?
Sports Talk VSS? Yeah, it's my show at my school.
Do you play it over like the loudspeaker or something?
No, we just did it like in the radio room on our school radio station.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So if I had to give it to someone, just for legacy's sake, I'm gonna give it to LeBron because I want to see him take down Jordan in that GOAT conversation. Just for shits and giggles.
Jordan is always the GOAT.
Yeah, but just to make it even more competitive in that GOAT conversation.
And no one will ever beat his crown.
I don't want to give it to anyone on that list.
Jordan is 100% the GOAT. LeBron is the second best player, without a doubt, but I think Jordan with his championships and he's just a beast, man. LeBron, I think LeBron should win MVP this year, by the way. I think LeBron should win MVP this year again. James Harden is a horrible candidate. I hate his playing style. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't pass. All he does is shoot threes. Okay? And yeah, Giannis could win it, but I just would give it to LeBron. But LeBron, I just think Jordan will always be the GOAT. Unless we have another super, not even human person who comes into the league like Jordan again. But I don't know if that's going to happen ever.
So for defensive player, I know I didn't name a candidate, and you're gonna hate me for who I'm naming, but I'm gonna give it to Rudy because his immune system, that's definitely winning defensive player of the year. Yeah.
His immune system. Didn't he get COVID though?
Yeah, I'm saying it sarcastically.
I think he got COVID.
And
okay, but if you're in the NBA, you're gonna fight off COVID. You're a beast if you're in the NBA.
His ability to get back, to earn the trust of his teammates, including Donovan Mitchell, that's definitely deserving of an award. Because he almost got himself traded out of.
I don't know if that's defense. I don't know if that's Defense Player of the Year award, but maybe that's like trustworthy award.
Ooh, this isn't very good. I just saw a report that says it was a day ago, but NBA stars are supposedly less likely to participate in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, which was supposed to be in 2020, but obviously 2020 is a shithole, so it wouldn't be then. But that's sad, but I understand. This is gonna be a fun game
Very sad.
tomorrow. The Raptors are playing Memphis, so I think the Raptors
Raptors
are
are gonna
probably gonna
win.
beat them. If they don't, I think I might go crying in my pillow.
No, they're gonna win. I'm not worried about that at all.
Let's look at tomorrow's matchup
I
against
think the
the Red
Raptors are gonna.
Sox. So we got Matt Shoemaker tomorrow facing against Nathan Eovaldi.
Sure.
Who do you think will win tomorrow?
Rubber match. Shoemaker and the Jays. I love Shoemaker's play style. He's calm. He has a nice calm demeanor. I think he's gonna win. And I'm not such a fan of Eovaldi. I never thought he was that good, even though he's a sub pitcher. But I just think Shoemaker will blow him out of the water with his slow pitches.
Yeah, I definitely think the Blue Jays will win, but I think it'll be close because Eovaldi is their ace, I believe. Because of their injuries.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox, they are leading.
What team is Chris Sale?
In the betting odds right now. I know I sound like a political...
What team is Chris Sale on, Cooper?
What do you say?
What team is Chris Sale on?
He's with the
What
Red
team
Sox.
is Chris Sale on?
Remember he tore his UCL.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
Jesus, the Blue Jays are literally terrible in every category against the Red Sox in terms of offense. But in terms of their pitching and defense, they're the best team. I think they're one of the best teams. And they also...
Oh, really?
This makes me really happy. They have the best defense in the MLB in terms of fielding percentage, which doesn't mean shit. But still, that's amazing, and I love that there's focus on defense. It's not be like that. Pitching and defense. Remember, those are two number ones along with timely hitting. Just be like the Kansas City Royals of 2015, and you'll win a World Series. Trust me, guys and gals. I am really excited for that Miami series.
Me too. I'm excited to see what Coca-Cola Field looks like.
It's looking pretty good according to our to the pictures of it I've seen. Should we take a look at some photos to stream? Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Also, I'm gonna. The fuck?
I just want to make sure I have an updated one on here.
No one calls it Salem Field. It's Coca-Cola Field.
They're also adding a fresh coat of paint to the field, like to the outside of the stadium, I think.
Oh, that's good.
So it might look a little better, even though it looks pretty good.
I'm excited for the Bisons. They're gonna have a nice upgraded field.
Yeah, but they're supposedly gonna be taking down some of the stuff. Like a lot of the clubhouse
but still,
stuff,
there'll be some upgrades.
The clubhouse stuff is being taken away.
Yeah, obviously. But field conditions are gonna be up to par. Or above par.
The field will definitely not be like better. It'll probably go back to how it was. Because they just have good grounds crew right now because they have the Blue Jays grounds crew.
Yeah.
Um,
What's
if
wrong,
you have
okay?
any lolcows or any like surprises today in the MLB, like
Do I have any
anyone.
surprises?
The Detroit Tigers, they beat the Pirates today, and it wasn't as high as the score as yesterday. It was only 11-5, and um and both starting pitchers both pitched 5 innings, which is a positive. Even though Schittsburg starter Derek Holland gave up a total of 9 runs. Great for the
Wow,
Schittsburg
good job.
natives.
Good job.
Um, Cardinals are still not playing. Strasburg might be back from his injury finally. That's a positive. And I know I'm cherry
Finally.
picking positives right now. Do you have any pieces of news that you want to add?
No, just I'm pretty impressed with the Blue Jays other than Vladdy. But I'm very impressed with Bichette coming clutch with that double.
Yeah,
And I like that pick that Tellez had with Anthony Kay made a nice play. Third and there, Tellez had a nice pick. But I'm just
yeah.
really excited. The Jays proved me wrong, and I'm excited to see them where they go right now.
And I also hope that Kevin Biggio will learn how to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, he's the most passive player of all time.
Yeah, I know he has great plate vision, but it's definitely not very good for his average. It's not conducive for a to have
Yeah.
anywhere close to a 300 average or even a 250 average at this point.
Mm-hmm. You are right.
He's definitely not hitting like his father was right now, but we can't expect that immediately. Um,
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Good stream. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I am just gonna go turn off